So I have this beautiful shirt that I'm going to give away to a cast member who gives me the best tease from the new season.
I'll give you $20 for it. Right now.
Sold. We're at TV Line's Comic-Con studio presented by ZTE with the cast of Walking Dead. Who's here just for show?
I'm not in the cast now.
For the show, for sure.
Who's here just for show? Okay, we got a couple back there. Andrew, how much therapy am I going to need after watching this premiere?
We're gonna all come around your house.
Well, how much therapy were you in before?
2 hours a week.
Okay. 2 hours a week.
Yeah.
You're gonna have
I think triple it.
Triple it. Yeah. How intense was it shooting this episode? The premiere?
Going back to that place was pretty dark, but we're what's the word when you love the pain?
Masochist.
Thank you.
But you know what's interesting? is that while it was going back to...
Didn't even miss a beat with that.
While it was such a dark place to go back to, and I don't know if this is the same for everyone else, but I was so excited about it, and I was so traumatized by the idea of like leaving the show or somebody leaving the show, but I was really excited to like explore those emotions, I guess, just as a creative person. And I think the reason that is because we do have a real bond on the show, and so no matter what trauma we all go through together, and no matter who leaves and at what time, we're all still going to maintain some sort of relationship. So I think that is why we get to do these dark moments and still, as actors, have such an amazing time doing them.
You hit the nail on the head. I mean, and Andrew, we talked about this a little bit. There's a loss involved for you guys. It's not just a TV show. When a character dies, you're saying goodbye to a friend and someone that you've worked closely with for a while. Do you get desensitized to that after a while? Working on a show like this?
It's one of the, we always say it's the worst part of this job, because we love each other so much, and so the worlds come together. You know, reality and story kind of start to melt together, and so it was an all-encompassing experience for all of us, and we certainly bonded even more than before because we went through it together. But yeah, we were all traumatized after.
It's going to be really hard for Scott to not be.
Actually, Jeffrey was not.
You're right.
Because Jeffrey, this is the finale, arrives in and transforms into Negan in a day. We're like jumping from like makeup to hair to wardrobe, and suddenly he's Negan. Then suddenly he's stepping out of the RV, and then he's delivering this Shakespearean monologue, this Kirkmanian monologue, and okay, that's tough enough as it is. The camera's on him. The camera's not on these people, but these people are crying. And these people are looking at him with hate in his eyes, and he just arrived from The Good Wife, which is a different experience. He has jurors to deal with. And I remember Jeffrey like turning around from one of the first takes, and he was just sort of like, oh. Oh, this is different.
Nothing has been easy. The last episode last year and the first one this year was hard for not only them, but me too. I kid and say, oh, what a great deal. But it was tough.
Yeah.
It's a tough deal. These guys are super close. It's one big family.
And Jeffrey, you seem to be relishing this moment here at Comic-Con, going up on stage with Lucille and everything. I'm curious, are you concerned at all when this episode actually airs that there might be a little bit of a backlash against you?
This will be the last time. This will be it. This is the last time you'll ever see me enjoy Comic-Con. Next year it's going to be the middle finger salute everywhere I go. No doubt about it.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm enjoying this one.
Scott, how much will we see of the actual murders? Like, we've seen the bloody bat in the trailer. How much are we actually going to see of the actual contact? And how gruesome is that going to be?
To the victim?
Yes.
It's very, very gruesome. To tell you the truth, the gore of it is awful, but it's secondary because we haven't finished post on it, but I know that just from the crazy thing to say, from experience, it's probably the sounds that'll be the worst beyond just the intellectual knowledge of what's going on. It does get gory. we have a brilliant director, Greg Nicotero, but we also have a brilliant makeup special effects person, Greg Nicotero. And when those two guys get together, it's bananas.
Yeah.
So no, I mean, we spared no drop of awfulness, no iota of misery, no scintilla of pain.
Wow.
Beautiful word. We know there's a lot of darkness. Are there lighter moments coming up this
No.
season too? No.
There
all
are,
dark.
right, there are, oh, good God. No, there's...
Say chinchilla again.
A little bit of lightness.
Scintilla.
Please, no, I'm joking.
No, it was a bit. I got it because you were putting on the voice. No, there's absolutely lightness. There's absolutely humor. There's absolutely warmth. There's friendship. But the story is how do you get there? And I mean, you saw the trailer,
I did.
Mr. Osceola?
I did.
Even in that trailer, there's a few moments of, I think Carol giving that line.
That was funny.
Thank you.
That made me chuckle.
And I think a lot of the humor kind of comes initially from the, what the hell is going on.
Yeah.
But a lot of this is how do these people live under the thumb? I mean, the thumb of this gentleman here. I almost pointed. We live under the thumb of that gentleman. No, this gentleman here. How do they live under the thumb of Negan and still live?
Yeah.
And it isn't all misery, but they want to win back their lives.
One of my favorite moments from last season was Rick and Michonne hooking up. That seems like a cheap way to say it, but I thought it was really beautifully done, and you guys played that moment so well. Are you interested in, hopeful that you'll be able to explore that more? I mean, will we see more of that this coming season?
I also hope.
Me too.
I would like to explore that some more.
Well, if
Will there be more canoodling?
if we make it through the first episode,
I think you're safe.
Really? Why?
I just have a hunch.
Okay. Well, if we make it through the first, I think that certainly the prospect of having these two warrior lovers being together.
That's also theoretical. That was.
Yeah, but I know that's true. Well,
I mean, okay, let's look at it this way. It was great to
The way that they mourn will also
the way the
show
relationship's going.
how deeply they feel
Okay.
or felt for one another.
and it was great that they got to where they got. We'll see if they what happens with that or not, or if it's, the point is, it got to a place where these two people found each other, and that I think was a really it was a great thing for me to see Michonne get to, and of course this.
And it was important to get there at that time.
Right. It was
Because that could have been the last time.
Exactly.
It better not.
At least they had a good
It better not
morning.
have been. All right, so real quick,
Nice
we're gonna
try,
wrap up.
Mr.
Yeah, I know. So I have
dare
this
you.
beautiful shirt that I'm gonna give away to a cast member who gives me the best tease from the new season.
I'll give you $20 for it. Right now.
Sold. Thanks for coming in, guys.